I so
But
confused. If you had to think of a character that would go to Carnival, what characters would you pick?
oh my gosh, who I go as? Has to be
Not who you would go as, but like if you had to pick like anime characters like you think would definitely go to Carnival, like who would you pick?
Gojo. I think Gojo will go to the carnival.
You think so?
Yes, he would go. I think Gojo would go. He would definitely go. He would definitely go to
Why?
carnival. Cause that's how he is. I feel like he's like a trifling jackass. I mean, well, he pretends to be a trifling jackass, but we know that's in his nature though. Like he probably go there and flirt and have some. Like, oh, that's right. He can't drink alcohol, can he? That's right. I don't think he can. I don't think he could drink alcohol. Wow.
I don't recall that.
Maren will also go to carnival.
Maren 100% going to carnival.
She'll go she'll have a skimpy. Listen.
She's going and she'll have Gojo behind her.
She'll have buns out. Buns will definitely be out.
I could think no, yeah, Maren is definitely one. She is going to carnival 100%. I was gonna say if you had to pick someone from Jujutsu Kaisen, I actually think either Dory and crap. I can't remember but would definitely go to carnival.
Yeah, Isadora and Homegirl, like, yes, they would go.
Yeah. Yeah, they would definitely go.
And they would drag Homeboy with them.
True. There's a lot of dragging without it. I can see Luffy at Carnival.
Yes, I can see Luffy at Carnival.
And Chopper, I ain't gonna lie, for some reason.
Yeah.
Sanji 100%. Sanji 100% for all different reasons.
Like, if Goku...
I can see all the stars in Carnival gear.
Oh, yeah. I think if there was food, Goku would definitely go.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And Goku would not understand I think Goku would probably strip naked out of just pure ignorance.
No. I don't think Goku would do that. Even I know that's true, but he definitely wouldn't know what's going on. That's actually a very interesting question. Like, who would go to Carnival?
Oh, and I can't remember the girl name. Echo. Is her name Echo from Your Boy.
Oh, true, baby. All right.
She would go, and then Komi would go. Komi would go behind her. Oh gosh.
Wait, Komi from wait, who Komi?
No, not Komi. I mean Komin. Sorry.
Oh, Komin.
Yeah. Lord, Komi bless her soul if she go.
Yeah.
But oh gosh. Like the guy who dresses, the guy who we don't know the sex of, like.
Oh, from Komi's
son, like he would definitely go.
I can't remember his name.
I can't remember.
Wait, hold on. Me from Komi Can't Communicate?
Yeah. You know the guy, like the guy who dresses like a girl?
We do know the sex. He's a guy, but he's but yes. I agree. Yes.
He would go because he's Trapsy. I know he was Trapsy. He would go.
Homegirl from Lovers War. Oh my god, pink hair. I can't remember the name.
Yes, I can't remember her name either, but she would go. She would definitely go.
You need to make this a list. That's funny. I need to ask this question.
Oh my gosh.
This is crazy. I need to ask this online. But anyway, let's start. Let me start this point.
Hello.
What's up, everybody? This is the Otaku Summit coming to you live right now.
Live and direct.
We are back again for another wonderful pod to you guys for episode 36. Woo-hoo. It's the return of the dynamic duo, the one and only, the two P's in the pod.
Woo!
It's your boy Javon, aka Kuma.
Yes.
Along with Apryl.
Yay!
To bring you all the otaku news and greatness today. Yay. Omar and Vicky are not with us. Omar's out in Miami right now, being a hot boy.
Being Trapsy. He being Trapsy.
All that good stuff. Omar just better not bring no monkey box back.
Do you guys? Do our wonderful listeners want to know? Why he can't make it to the pods? Because he had to go to the store. He had to go to the store right quick. And it was an unplanned trip to the store.
So you trying to? So are you implying that Omar is up submissive?
Omar being
Are you implying that he is in fact out being somewhere being a hot boy?
We in Miami. Anything happens.
That's why you can't take otakus nowhere. He's locked up. In any environment they in, he's locked up.
I hope you know. Find your Marin. Go find your Marin, Omar.
I know Mark and Underler. You know, it's a lot of
No,
things
oh,
going
who
on.
he want? He like homegirl, the pink haired girl from
Oh,
hmm? What was her name?
Shikamori.
Yes, go find
Shikamori.
your
Hi,
Shikamori. Go
Shikamori.
find. Yes, he wants a Shikamori.
I think I'm already found this happiness because of something was released. But yeah, and
I
Vicky is,
know,
I know, right? Vicky is also still trapped in the scat vortex. So we wish her the
Lord.
best. We wish her the best.
As a veteran, my heart goes out to you, Vicky. As
The
a
way y'all talk
veteran.
about scat, like I have no idea why anyone would dance that school.
It's a wonderful experience. You know, it's a wonderful
That's what you
experience.
call it. That's what it
But
is.
you leave your
Yeah, yeah, okay, all right.
you know when you go in, you go when you come out
Mm,
probably half dead. But you
mm,
come out transformed.
transform.
Sleep
Wait,
comes after death.
that sounds like that. That's what it sounds like. You are dying. You were dying. It sounds like complete. Although you will meet the Reaper. You will definitely beat the Reaper.
But
But
your resume might look good.
at what cost though? Like what did it
Uh,
cost?
your
Everything.
soul, your
Everything.
soul,
The same question Thomas was asked, what did it cost? Everything.
everything,
Everything. But we
everything.
have some great we have one piece of news, but it's a fantastic piece of news. A piece of news that I can say has set off a rumbling throughout the whole anime
Rumbling.
community. Yes, that kind of rumbling throughout the whole anime community. A shifting of the tides, you can say, a whole cosmic event caused by one man creating a Twitter account on Twitter. Who is this one man? You may be asking.
Who is
Who
he? Tell
who
us,
is
Jordan.
this individual that could have
Tell
caused
us.
such chaos within the anime community, such franticness, such discord, causing people to throw up everywhere,
Such a
just all
rumbling.
over themselves. It's an ugly scene, an ugly scene.
Such a rumbling.
But one Togashi Sensei. For those who do not know who Togashi is, that is in fact the author of Hunter x Hunter. Yes. He created an account on Twitter,
Rise.
rising from the dead, rising from the vortex, the void, the everlasting, the everlasting void that is Dragon Quest. the great, the great story with his presence. To do what you may ask, to announce, or at least I guess to showcase that he is in fact still working on Hunter x Hunter, and he is not forgotten that he in fact has a series that he is not complete has not completed yet. So
Mm-hmm.
of course, starved the Hunter x Hunter fans like our very own co-host Omar was drooling and foaming at the mouth.
Yes.
I can't tell you guys on this part the things that Omar said to me yesterday when this was announced. The victory lap, the triumph, the explicitives that he was throwing my way,
I
none
was
that were
happy.
kind in any form or fashion, because the jokes were many. I will admit the jokes were many in regards to Dante X Hunter. But yesterday he found euphoria.
He might actually live to
I
see
have
the
never, I have
after.
never seen Omar. Listen to me, but I have never seen Omar so happy in my entire life as when I saw him.
Too bad he being Trapsy in Miami.
So when I seen him, when I saw that he had seen that Hunter x Hunter was at least being produced, chapters were being produced of Hunter x Hunter. Boy, listen, I might as well tell you, if these chapters don't come out, I don't know if I did. I've joked about this on the pod before,
Poor Omar.
but
It's gonna be worse. It's gonna be worse
I
than the
honestly
Attack
don't
on
know what
Titan
Omar
finale.
would do if these chapters end up not being true. I might, that is not true. If these chapters do not come out,
Boy,
I have no idea.
you
But
can
yes,
imagine like they give them hope, like because they had like some form of acceptance.
listen,
They had acceptance. They had some form of
the
acceptance, but now they have hope. They've given them hope. What's so
yo,
that's heartbreaking. To see that
listen,
hope just gone.
I don't think I've ever witnessed a more toxic relationship than I have with Hunter. That I've seen with Hunter at Hunter podcast. on that series. I don't know,
Yeah.
like the abuse that they endure.
They are different. They
And
are a different
they
breed.
are
They are
different,
really a different
different.
breed.
I thought Berserk fans were strong, but Hunter x Hunter fans, they on another level. But
They
yes,
holding on.
Hunter x Hunter is rumored now, or I guess you can say confirmed, that it's going to be the series coming back. There's a lot of stuff swirling. Some are saying that it's Togashi. Well, in this caption, that he has 4 chapters that he is already worked on or is working on. Some believe that it's a total of 6, and he just said that he's doing an additional 4. Usually, when Togashi comes back from these hiatuses, he does create like a volume of work. He does put out a volume of work, which does relate to 10 chapters. So it's a high chance that it is 10 chapters. So he can, make a volume and then go back and do what he does, because Dragon Quest 12 is also on the horizon. So to give you guys
Ooh.
something that you can leave them alone and you don't have to hear y'all know. Clearly again. But no, all jokes aside, I'm happy. I'm happy for Hunter x Hunter fans. And I'm not
Yeah.
trying to make me as a whole, because Hunter x Hunter, all my jokes, and Omar's not here for us to have this discussion and this
I
debate.
know.
All right.
We being
But
Traxy in my
all
head.
the jokes aside, Hunter x Hunter is a phenomenally, like really, really good quality series. One that I would like to see finish. I'd like to see how he finishes it. But one that's good, I feel, is good for the anime community, because again, like
Yeah.
I said, it's, if anything, it can't be understated. The work that Togashi has put into the community when it comes to stuff, because he's given us Yu Yu Hakusho and he's given us Hunter x Hunter.
I
But all
forgot.
of
I forgot
great stuff.
that he did Yu Yu
Yes,
Hakusho.
yeah. So I mean, personally, to me, right, I feel like his breaks, outside of the fact that he is sick,
Yeah.
I think his breaks are warranted, because he's been able to create 2 mediums of work that are highly regarded and highly loved by a lot of people around the world. So that in itself is worth something. Um,
Yeah.
so that in itself is, so that was a great piece of news. That was one of, like, the, I guess, the only one piece of news that really came out, but that was very, very, very big. Because, especially like I said, Hunter x Hunter has been on hiatus for like 3 years now, so it's good to see that it's at least being worked on. There's no confirmation on when it's coming back. I don't think the magazine itself has said anything in regards to the work, but we do know it's coming back, even if.
Yeah.
But man, about Manuel, because like he just, if you saw, like, he just literally just posted some scribble on the side. I kid you not, without take a joke, but I'm not, like, you can't see what he's working on. It just looked like he's a rough draft or something. It just looked like a bunch of lines scribbled together.
Oh Lord. He
But it's stick
tries.
down there or whatever, and say like the final 4 chapters or whatever. So that's why I said people are thinking like he's already done 6 and just doing.
No, he probably is just starting, probably.
Yeah. No, I mean, it does seem like he started, but like I
Yeah.
said, like, people are, because he had the word 6 there and it said the final 4 chapters. So that's why it's like in his caption, like, people thinking that's it. But yeah, Hunter x Hunter's going back. What is really good. Now, the praises, I gave the praise. I
Oh,
gave the praise.
you
I
gave
gave the praise.
flowers. You gave
That's
him the
flowers
flowers.
for giving out. We did the whole shebang. We did
I wish I
everything.
had flowers, but
Here's my thing, right? Well, but these 2 parts to this. And one is just gonna take me into like a lot of discussion that I just wanted to have about the anime community as a whole when it comes to certain things, certain works,
Oh,
certain stuff that they do. But I have a strong belief. This is just my theory.
I'm
It's my
waiting. I'm
theory. This
waiting
is
for
my theory.
theory. I'm waiting. I'm
I
waiting.
don't want. I don't want Hunter x Hunter fans to dock me. And by no
Boy,
means, like,
you
anything.
watch you watch better watch out on my manifest.
Oh my, me and Ma already. What I say, but he knows what I do. But by no means, right? When I say this, or when I always bring this up, am I saying that Hunter x Hunter is not a phenomenal series from what we've got? Like, arguably, there are a lot of people, mostly anime onlys, who in their opinion, if you would ask them, would say, we don't need any more Attack on Titan. Which is fine.
Oh wow.
That's no for real. Like you feel like they feel complete in where it's left off, where it ended. Some like you contend with that. Which is why it's held the way it's held. Like people feel as though even though it's not done, it's still a quality piece of work, which I agree with. My only gripe is that at the same time, it's like it's not fair, and at the same time, a lot of these stuff are opinion based, but it's not fair to have Hunter x Hunter touted as the GOAT or like held, and this is my opinion in terms of like you're saying like it's one of the top like boom boom boom, because at the end of the day, at the same time we still do not know how.
Because it hasn't finished.
Right, and that's always been my thing, and that's never me saying that it's not a great, like I said again, it's not phenomenal for where it's given us so far, right? I'm even of the belief, depending right on how it ends, like even if the ending isn't a desirable one to every fan, I still feel like it's still warranted being held as a great piece of shonen. It's the same way that I feel about Attack on Titan. Like everyone's mixed on the ending, not everyone's a fan of the ending, but I don't think that ending,
It might not
yeah,
end good, but
right, like
it's still a very
bang,
good work of fiction. Good
right, like
anime.
it doesn't take away from the fact that we got a
These are
full
some very
body
epic
of work,
moments.
right? But now the flip side of that, which brings up the argument again, you can have a scenario where it's like Tokyo Revengers, to whereas
Oh yeah.
it should have ended and went on too long, to now where
Oh,
it's
the
not
Tokyo
even,
Revengers. Because I haven't read the
yeah.
manga. I honestly haven't read the manga at
So that
all.
so
But
I'm up with the manga. So that's the two spectrums of it, right? To whereas you have something like an Attack on Titan, to whereas the ending wasn't the most pleasing for everybody, but the entire body of work was so good, and it's like it was just those final few chapters. It still
yeah,
doesn't take away from the fact that the entire body of work was excellent, especially leading up to those final chapters. Whereas with Tokyo Avengers, it went on an arc or two far too long. To now, it's like this is like it's not even a matter of the fact like we're gearing up towards the ending, and like the ending just didn't stick. But I can still say, I didn't like the ending. But I no, it's
it reminds me of
this is a chore to read.
almost like
Yeah,
I wouldn't say Demon Slayer ended like that, but I
I
just
would
feel
put
like
Demon Slayer more in the Attack on Titan range for me. Yeah,
yeah, like yeah, that's why I put Demon Slayer
yeah.
because I enjoyed the manga because I read it and I just did not like the ending. I felt like the ending was too. It felt too cliche to me, too cliche and too
Um, it
and just
felt
not cringy.
Demon Slayer
Can we?
at
Can I
at the same
spoil Demon
no
Slayer?
no no no
No, I
spoil, no
can't.
spoil.
No, I
I've
can't.
I've gotten heat for Demon Slayer spoilers before. I was gonna say, without spoiling, I just feel as though a bit of the ending was rushed and a bit of
Yeah,
the final fight dragged too long.
that was also an issue
That's
I had.
that's the complaint. That's
I
the
felt
complaint.
like as soon as they got to that to the final arc, it's just like
Yeah,
they just sped through. And it was just like endless. It was just like a speed gauntlet of
mind you.
fights.
Well, I don't know
The
where
fights
you
were
can say.
good. Fights,
Okay,
some of the fights were good.
so you
Yeah.
all
So
right. I had no issue with the final arc until we got to the final person. And I didn't have
yeah,
issue with the final
yeah,
person, and then I realized
yeah.
yo,
That fight did
this
drag quite a
going
little
too long and this ain't entertaining. So it's like just doing
because
too
I
much.
felt like
So now I just want this to end.
the element what
Yeah.
they used really made you felt like you actually waited for that time period.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my
And I was
god,
like, this ain't landing. Because everything you
it's
gave me
not.
such excellent story and fights prior to this that I already had an expectation that was up here.
Yeah,
Especially considering this is the final person. This is the
it
person,
almost
right?
felt like they just suddenly slowed the pacing down as well because you had this fight happening, that fight happening, and like those fights
drastically,
didn't happen for too long, and so like it was good.
drastically.
It was a
Yeah,
good pace, and all of a sudden you bam,
yeah.
then you move slow.
Right. So I'm like, no, I didn't do it. And then the ending, ending itself was, I feel, I mean, it's
I
fan
don't.
service. It
I
was
did
okay.
not like
It
it.
was fan. It was fan service. It was
I
like,
don't like it. I honestly
here's
don't like
all the
it.
characters that you loved again in a different light,
And
and it's like,
I
okay,
just
cool.
feel like that it undermines some certain deaths and sacrifices what certain people made. That's how I feel like, because I felt like
Huh.
that show. I felt like we should have I felt like that weight should have been still felt even in the end, but then it's just like, oh well, we're happy now. Like
I mean, because they did, fast forward.
I know.
So
I didn't
at the
like
end,
that.
that's not them. So that's
I know.
so I can understand it, but I do feel it's though she put herself in a situation to whereas there's no real clean way. Well, I guess
I mean,
to your point, there should have been
could end it.
more of an
Could
epilogue, a longer
yeah,
epilogue. But I feel because we spent so much time on that fight and it
yeah.
dragged so long that it got to a point that you just end this.
Because we
Like just
didn't
end
even really feel the impact or the
Right.
ramifications of that ending.
I agreed. Like, how did the world change after? It's like I can kind of like fill in with myself and kind of like put in as like, oh, maybe this happened and this happened and this like blanks without being shown, but you still would
Yeah,
have liked to see more of the ramifications, the epic love,
yeah.
because this was a big shift in the world, like literally a
Yeah.
gigantic shift in the
Cause
world.
okay,
You know,
I'm gonna since Mars the Hunter x Hunter fanboy, I'm gonna throw in Full Alchemist. Let's use that manga's
all
ending
right,
as an example. Like
you
you
go.
still you felt the
Mhm.
way, you see the ramifications
Yeah,
after like the huge thing. 'Cause, like, even though the characters did have a
yeah,
brief, even though the characters did
yeah.
have a period of rest, but you still saw
But during that
there's
period of rest, you saw things
yeah,
in motion. You saw like, now, how are we going to shift the world to not like? I mean, at this
yeah,
point, so you saw them basically one of the bigger issues dealing with the imbalance and rectifying
yeah.
how they had treated them and going, basically going around the world to do certain things,
And you see
shifting
the
world
steps.
government and stuff like. So you understood. So that was it made sense. It made
Yeah,
sense. It made sense. It was a good epilogue.
yeah.
Characters got their ends. You saw relationships form. You saw different things happen. You felt you felt the resolution.
I felt complete. Yeah, I mean,
Right.
I felt the resolution.
Yeah,
Like,
you felt complete. You felt complete in it. So, but going back to the original point, that's where I come from a lot when I speak about Hunter X Hunter. I feel like it's a difference to where it's like, and I know some people may ask or think it's like, well, Berserk was kind of the same thing, sure, but at the end of
mm-hmm.
the day, we still got a final chapter, right? And still the final chapter we got was enough to make us like, I'm okay with this, right? And the fact that the entire body of work was so excellent and I'm okay with this, the series stands.
Yeah,
I don't know yet if I'm okay with Hunter X. Like, as of stands now, yes. But we don't know, will he go an arc 2 over? Will it just be like everything was excellent but just didn't stick? Or it's like just completely just this was an excellent piece of work. So that's my only point. Like, I think that we just
just
need
gotta
to,
wait for the
when it
ending, see
comes
how it
to Hunter
ends.
X Hunter, like, we just need to cool down. Like, I'm not even sticking again. I say this is all opinion based, especially when it comes to list of top tens and like what you feel
Yeah,
is yada yada and stuff like that. But I guess it brings me into the other side of what I'm talking about, right? When people use stuff like that to drag other series down, that's what I'm like, okay,
yeah.
let's stop a second. Let's pause. Right? We don't know how this about to go. So that's my other thing with Hunter X Hunter fans. Like, they can be, listen, they can be so hot or so cold. It's like, On the
Yeah.
other spectrum of it, right, it's like y'all couldn't wait for Hunter x Hunter to come back and say, "Oh, this
No,
the
they
Ghost
just
Shonen is back!" Like, "Oh, Jujutsu Kaisen, One Piece, My Hero Academia. Oh, da 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 da. They ain't hold up. Oh, they be about to show so and so might not like Togashi's about to show so and so how it's really." It's like, all right, y'all so annoying.
Well, you can
Like,
imagine
y'all annoying,
what the
bro.
mall ratings, what like if they do complete the anime now.
That's what I'm
Do you
saying.
imagine the mall rating? Oh my
Like,
gosh.
y'all infuriated, bro. Like, chill out. Like, all he did was post a side panel with some scribbles. Like, let the chapters come out first. God
Mm-mm.
Almighty, y'all
They
don't even
already
know.
know.
Y'all don't even know
The
what's like.
fans already know that that's like the perfect shonen fiction
Bruh,
that can never be written.
but my thing is, you don't even know if you're gonna like the chapters yet.
You know how I feel? I feel like
Come on,
even though if the ending
yo.
sucks, I mean, I'm not
Uh,
hoping that the ending sucks. I hope that that all the fans get whatever they wish or want out of the ending. But
absolutely, absolutely. Because it's annoying.
since
No,
I
for real,
like to poke fun of Oma,
all night. Oh,
I'm
listen,
taking
that's it. Above all
since,
else,
since I like
above
to
all
make
else,
fun of Oma. You
I
know,
do feel unto the day.
if the ending is
Uh,
sucky, Oma will defend that ending to the grave. I tell you now, like that ending will be
no,
the most
no,
suckiest ending of all time.
I,
But
I, I want you to know. I don't know. It won't even be that. He won't
maybe
defend it.
maybe
That
Oma will
boy,
actually slit his
that boy is
wrist.
gonna stand on top of the highest cliff he can find.
That's the hill that he's gonna
He
die
is
on.
going to stand on top of the highest cliff he can find,
He can jump.
and he is back flipping off that mic. he
That's
is
true.
doing he is doing the world's
That's
best
true.
somersault.
He
He
did.
is go.
He
Listen,
did get himself drunk on moonshine because of Attack on Titan. That's
listen,
right.
Omar. Listen,
That's
if
right.
Hunter x Hunter,
Oh
Omar,
my.
I want you to know,
We have to put
Omar
Omar on suicide watch
has
if that
talked.
happens.
I don't ever leave him from that. I don't even take him off. I don't ever take him off the list.
He's always on suicide
He's
watch.
always on suicide. But bro, I just say it like if yeah, that could be ugly scene. But no, for real, y'all annoying. Straight up, point blank, y'all
Yeah.
annoying. Like I've seen countless like this Hunter X Hunter over this. It's like y'all been quiet this entire time. Please continue to go back to being quiet. Like
Mm-hmm.
enjoy the fact that it's coming back. Be happy, rejoice. Like I am happy for you. I am happy too because I like
I
Hunter
know.
X
Be
Hunter.
happy that your
Right.
show is
I
back.
like Hunter X Hunter. But
Cause
that
listen.
you don't have to like shit on other stuff,
No,
especially when
don't.
they're good.
Yeah.
Like y'all so fickle because everything is like, oh, Jujutsu Kaisen this, Jujutsu Kaisen like and stuff like that. That's an example, right? But now Hunter coming back, it's like, oh, Jujutsu Kaisen can't compare. What? What?
I thought even before this
Come on.
announcement, they always said that nothing could compare to Hunter x Hunter.
Yes, but you saw it like Mishku. You see it there, here, and there, a lot of yada 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 yada. Like, but like I said, they were virtually quiet because they were too much in their own like swimming in their own depression because Hunter x Hunter was still on our head. But let's not take
It's like they
shots
accept
above all else.
they were
But
in the acceptance stage of grief.
right. They just started to accept their grief, and there comes Tagashi again. You know, uh,
It's like you think he knows, like
poking
you
at them.
think.
Yes,
I mean, yeah,
absolutely,
yes, he's sick,
100%.
but you think he
And
know, like
yes,
he could just sense
ten
it, like
thousand percent.
when they about to
Yes,
lose hope,
yes,
and he was like,
probably
let me
yes.
just write some scribbles on some
Yeah,
paper and then put it
that
onto
man is
paper.
probably somewhere playing his Dragon Quest, and it's like it
Ah.
just it's hope sense. It just comes out like, eh, I think they starting again. Let me come. Okay, let me show them. Let me feed them, and then put them back in the spare.
And
They can't.
you know
One
what they're
can't
gonna
have too
be
much
doing.
power. One can't have
And
too
you know
much.
what the fans are gonna be doing now? They're gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, where's the chapters coming out? Where are they coming out? He
Yes,
says that
it's
he's
gonna
doing them. Where are they coming out?" Ah!
yes, yes. If that, yeah. So now the people are gonna expect it, but yeah. I also want anime only to also know that this is just the manga as well. Like, because I've
Yeah.
seen some people get hyped too, and I'm like, I
Oh
know
no.
you only watch the anime. So unless you plan to read the manga, you need to go up that because it's
Yeah,
not
you
the
need you
anime is not coming back.
because
It's not the anime.
that anime isn't coming back no time soon. That anime ain't
Hell
coming
no,
back no time soon.
hell no, hell to
That
the
anime ain't
friggin'.
coming out no
And
time
they
soon.
were to do, I lied.
You think they'll give it like a brotherhood type thing? No, they won't. No.
Well, they already did that.
Yeah, they did, because I remember I only watched like the old Hunter
Yeah,
x
that came
Hunter.
out in 1999.
Yeah, and I know,
Like,
like I knew that like it came out, like the new one came out like what, 2011 or
12, one of the two.
12, one of
But they
that.
always. Cause I recently just saw like a TikTok comparing the animation between both. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of it was just updated and stuff like that. But it's very old. That should tell you. Hunter x Hunter has been out as long as One Piece,
Yes.
or even longer. Anyway, Hunter x Hunter is probably longer. Hunter x Hunter has been
Longer
out
than, oh
for a long time,
Jesus.
and it's
Jesus.
still not done. But that's besides the point. But yeah, yeah, it's. I mean, he could. The anime could. I don't think if they were to bring back the anime, he'd probably have to finish off this arc first, and they'd probably give everyone the arc. But at
Yeah.
the same time, that would be a huge like. So
Yeah.
you know what?
I
They
don't
should do
think
that. I
they
want people.
should.
I want people to feel the pain we felt when we had to wait for season 2 of Dark on Titan. You know, we should do that. I we laughing on this.
I know, I've also been through
No.
like it was like, what, it was 4 years
April, I
between
have
season
been through the
2.
mud.
It was 4 years, right? I remember because
What? Yes, it was.
yeah,
It
it
was
was
4
four
years. It was.
years.
I
I
felt like
remember
it
it, and
was long
I
as hell.
honestly thought I honestly thought that like the anime was just canceled, and so we were never
Me
getting
too.
a
I thought
season
it was never
2.
coming back. Like,
Yeah, I thought,
honest to
and then
God.
all of a sudden, 4 years later, there's like season 2. I was like, well, mother, bitch. And I said, look at this bitch. It's like, where have
April,
you been?
I have been through the mud. I've had to wait for Attack on Titan and Haikyuu.
Yeah,
I have been
yeah.
through the mud.
I'm
People don't know.
still waiting for, because I haven't
People
read
don't
the. I
know.
really need to start reading the Haikyuu manga, because I've been like in the abyss right now, waiting
I
for.
only because of where it's at, I would still say wait until the rest of the
Yeah,
anime is announced because
because the Haikyuu
I
stop
can
at
see.
weird parts, babe. Like the anime stop at very
Oh,
weird
I
parts for me, at
mean,
least.
it does. It kind of does. Only because of how the length of time it does. But I do feel like it
Yeah,
still stops at good because they at end of every match. But I would say that because where the season 2, when the next season 5 would start, that starts a long awaited match for a lot of people
yeah.
in the series. And then I do feel like season 5 would be the end, the final season.
Ooh.
Maybe.
So is that close? We're that close to the
Oh, I
end?
mean,
I mean,
without
to
like
catching up the manga,
again,
or you mean to see it?
without
No.
diving into it
Uh
too
huh.
strongly. Um, there is at least 3 matches left,
Oh.
but the only reason I think season 5 could possibly end it is because after, obviously, if you've watched season 4, you know, Karasuno is facing Nekuma next.
Yeah.
Um,
Like, I was
After
waiting for that
that,
fucking match. I was so mad. I was
right?
like,
So
so
after
mad.
that match, the next match after isn't that long, and
Oh.
then the arc that follows, I also feel isn't that long to where it can be done in 25 episodes.
Hmm.
But that's me. I'm not too sure. It depends on how long the Nekuma match lasts anime wise. But I can see them. Yeah, I can see season 5. I can see season 5. If season
What?
5 doesn't end it, we're gonna get. I feel like for season 6 we'll get something similar to season 3, to where it was just the entire season was just that one match with Sarah Tozawa,
Yeah.
and then it was just like it
Ooh.
ended up being like 13 or 10 episodes or something like that around that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I can
That
see.
match. Yeah, that match was a long match.
It was a very long match. Great match.
Oh, jeez.
I love that. I love the match. But yeah,
I
that's that.
still love IQ though. Still love IQ.
Listen, I love to this day. To this very, I will never not like IQ. I enjoy watching IQ over
You could
the
have me waiting for 10 years. You could have me waiting for 10. You could have me on my knees like these Hunter x Hunter fans, and I'll still love. I'll
I mean,
still love
my
it.
series, my beautiful series IQ was done. I've read it. Like I said, I have.
Oh,
As you can see, one of the this is either two volumes or one volume before the last
Mm.
volume. And I promise you, when I travel this July, I'm getting more of these. But
Ooh. I need
uh,
to start
did
collecting
you
manga
know?
again.
Did you know? Did you know? And for all my local people, I mean not my local, all my local Bahamian people
Uh
here,
huh.
Logos has a really good manga collection.
They do. Like I haven't been in Logos in a
They do.
long time though. I haven't been there in a
Someone
long time.
recently, I know, they took pictures and they said they have like literally. They said that they,
Oh,
for
I
example,
guess
they said
Logos revamped it.
they have like all of my hero, like, or at least they have a lot of my hero. So I had planned,
Ah,
I'd probably go there, and that's probably a good opportunity for it to try.
they starting to be like Barnes and
That's
Nobles
probably a
now.
good
Like.
opportunity to try. Kind of, yeah, because they don't actually. I mean, they don't. Obviously, they don't really know about
Yeah.
anime like that, but they sell it because it's a genre, and they fill it out. But it does sound
And
like
like
they're
they
increasing
probably
the
know. They
genre.
probably know from people who knows. Like, cause I
I
know
mean, people who come in
when
probably.
I used to shop at Logos was
Uh,
years ago. Years ago, cause I like if I didn't see a series there, I always used to say hey when you guys getting this series, you guys should get this series. And then like
yeah, to get that, so yeah,
they had a system where like you ask for a certain book and then like they'll actually bring the book for you.
yeah. That's how
And
I got this.
this book used to take like 10,000 years to
I
come
got
though.
Children of Blood and Bird, ugh, kind of
Ooh.
Children of Blood and Bones and Children of Virtue. They
I
probably
really need to start because I don't know why I've just been so deep into fan fiction lately that I haven't picked up a. I mean, I'm not gonna knock fan fiction because like good.
you're playing out your fantasies. That's why I understand it.
I mean that and like some of these fan fictions do read like novels, so
No, some are good. Some are really good. I
I
like I
just
said,
yeah
when
I don't
I
want to
used
knock
to
fan
read
fiction.
fan
Yeah,
fiction, they were really good. They were entertaining,
yeah.
especially because they
So
took characters, and when you had like head cannons, or
yeah,
you looking at people that's like ooh head cannon, like you can look just for like you can literally just
yeah.
put in the I don't know where it's now, but you could literally put in the characters like a relationship wise in the relationship, and you could find stories based
I
upon
know
that. Like,
archive of our own. I'm like like if you're listen, my fellow
all right,
fanfictors. I
here comes
am
the promotion.
Mama fanfic. Archive of our own. It is the best fucking fanfiction website that you could ever find. Go on Archive of my own. The filter system is good. If you don't want to see no what's the word? If you don't want
Say
to
it out.
see no
Spell it out.
oh gosh, what's the word? What's the if you want to see no alpha and or omega foolishness on in your search, you could exclude that shit and you could find exactly what you want. And also, there's some very good authors on there. Again, as I say, find an author who say that like who in college who's working on English thesis. Listen, there was this Yu-Gi-Oh author that I used to read. Like she was doing history, and so she did like she studied Egyptian history, and like she did it very well detailed. Sorry. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
for the people in the back who don't know what Alpha and Omega means in regards to fantasies, aka me, what is that?
Oh, really? Okay.
You're throwing out terms.
So
I'm like, what are you talking about?
okay. I sort of take a hold of my
I
sort of
feel like
take
I'm
a
gonna
hold of
regret
my
this.
shit.
I feel like I'm gonna regret this, but go ahead.
Okay, like alpha and omega, like omega and beta. Well, they mostly do like it's like the alpha
Or like
males and
alpha
like
male, beta male and stuff. Okay, say less. Don't
and
elaborate.
like and like no like
All right,
okay so okay
all right.
I'm gonna use a perfect example. Sort of like Yuri and Ice, right? There's a lot of alpha an Omega fan fiction with Yuri and Ice where Victor is always the alpha and like like they use like sort of like almost like animal terms. It's like in the wild you have the alpha male and then like you have the
Yeah,
Omega
yeah,
that most Omegas are females, but then like in Yuri and Ice thing, like Yuri is usually portrayed as Omega, and like if Omega is like they go into heats similar to animals that go into heats. They go into heats, and the males like the sort of knots on their dick similar to like some animals and stuff like the knots at the end of the dick that sort of like lock the dick inside of the female. so that the female could get pregnant when she's in heat, and then the alpha is around. It's I'm not proud that I read some of it, but because I said that I would never read it. I said I would never read Alpha and Omega stuff. Because like sometimes I was like, I'm gonna read some nice good old yaoi, but then some of the Alpha and Omega spicy scenes are very spicy. And I'm like, ah.
So
But anyway, yeah, okay, I don't know if I explained that
no,
correctly.
no, no. You listen. I feel like you even opened it. So I didn't regret asking, but I
I
feel like
sure
I learned something new about you every day.
I sure use a different genre when I was talking about
And it's always
excluding
very dark
universes.
and somehow goes back to some form of porn.
Lord, I like it's
I have no words.
it gets very dark. It gets very very dark.
All right,
It's like you love
so we're
the
moving
dark.
off of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Cause
disagree.
like
I don't
y'all know some of my taste in hentai, and like some
Resonance.
of that.
You are, and again, every episode, I feel like you just reinforce
And
and just remind us of why you are indeed the hentai peddler.
the interesting thing about me is that I would only read Alpha and Omega stuff in relation to Yuri and Ice, but I will not touch that shit with any other fandom that I read fan fiction for. Like if I read My Hero Academia fan fiction, and let me tell you, I don't like seeing Alpha and Omega stuff in My Hero Academia. I was like, nope, I'm gonna exclude that. Even when I'm reading, like, because I'm reading MCU fan fictions now, and I'm like, I
I'm
don't
gonna
want
cut
to
you
see
off
that
right
shit.
there before this
I
get
don't
too.
read that. I don't read that. I
I
don't
get
read
you
that.
off right there.
I don't read that.
Before we go down too far down this rabbit hole, moving
But yeah,
back to the previous conversation.
but like the end of the day, Archive of Our Own, best fan fiction website, and I guess you could erase all of the other stuff.
I'm gonna stop letting you promote fan fiction on this podcast. I see.
I was just promoting Archive of Our
I
Own.
see.
It's such
I have to put a
such a
ban on
wonderful.
you. I think I have to. I think I have to do it.
Cause like, you guys can
Yeah,
even
yeah.
change the color. Cause I look at
No,
that.
it's
And
okay.
it's
It's okay.
wonderful.
It's okay.
You
It's
can't
okay.
read
No,
that.
no, no. We gotta do. Listen. You don't have to do a single thing. You don't have to do anything else.
Archive
But yes, I am.
Archive of Our.
Yeah, I'm
Oh, you
blocking.
can't see that yet.
Sensitive.
Oh.
Sensitive. But
This is
please,
this is not a bad fan fiction.
oh yeah. So yeah. Yes. People in their comparisons context.
We are so sorry about the
They gotta stop that.
diaper.
But you said something that made me want to bring up an excellent question. What's your comfort anime? What do you think is your comfort anime? Wait, guys, what's an anime that you can go back and watch repeatedly?
Oh
Over
my
and over again?
gosh.
That isn't Full Metal Alchemist, because I know you're gonna say it.
I actually really like. I actually sometimes go back to my maid sama. No, my present maid sama, or my presence the maid. Who else? Oran High School. Oran High. I also will go
Orange
back to that.
High School. That's an anime I haven't heard much people mention.
I know. Like sometimes I rewatch that, and because
Like
like it's
recently? Like
I haven't watched it. I haven't watched it recently this year, but I did watch it again last year.
so let me ask,
Yeah.
what propels you to rewatch anime? Because I barely rewatch anime. I don't know if I don't know
I
if I have so much as a comfort anime. I feel like if I had to pick, that would be Haikyuu. But a lot of anime, I don't go back. Well, I mean, with a lot of mediums in general, I don't always go back to it to
same, because like for
rewatch it.
me, I don't really like, because like it's kind of weird, because like with me, because like at least with certain TV shows, I know I'm type like, because like it's I'll always rewatch every like at least every few months. You'll see me rewatching Once Upon a Time Again or Charmed. You will see
I've
me
never
watching
started
the.
Once Upon a Time in my life.
You need to
I,
just don't watch the last
I
season.
feel like
Like
that's a commitment. I'm
Once
not
Upon a Time is only 6 seasons long. We all know that.
only 6 seasons long. Jesus
I
Christ!
mean, there's a
How many
seventh
episodes?
season.
How
There's
many
a
episodes?
seventh season, but we don't talk
How
about the
many
seventh
episodes?
season. I think it's like is it 25 per
See
season?
that? It's an hour
I think
long
it's
episode.
25 per season. That's
That's
very good.
that's
It's very
not
good.
only 6 eps. That's
It's
like
very good.
that's almost well not that extreme, right?
That's the true multiverse
But
right there.
I've seen that meme so much. I think that's why I've been compelled to be interested
That's the
in
true
that movie.
multiverse.
But no, I lie. I was always kind of interested in it because I knew what it
Yeah.
was about. But that's like me trying to say, "Hey, Grey's Anatomy only 11 seasons," or
Oh
I know
no, you'll never see me touch
I'm like,
Grey's Anatomy. I don't
I
watch
started
that.
actually. I think I'm
Is it
on to it.
good?
Funny enough, season it is. Once you get started,
You
I
can't
can see
stop.
how it's I can see how it's easy to watch.
Uh,
I kind of held off with it for a very long time. I watched season 1. That's like all right, which was like just like 10 episodes or even a little less than that, right?
yeah.
And then I realized, oh snap, the rest of y'all like 20 something episodes. Yeah, that's a lot. But I didn't know. I
yeah.
still haven't caught up to it, but I kind of just watched it while I was doing that stuff, and it's like it's really good. I can understand why. I can understand why people
Yeah.
like it. People like it.
I
Yeah.
also think I'll watch Komi-san again. I think I'll
Yeah.
watch Komi-san again once
Call me
Komi-san
son.
ends. I think I'll
All
definitely give that
right. All
another
right.
watch. I don't. I think what compare. I
You know
honestly
what?
don't know what compels me,
What
huh?
I would say too, to
Yeah.
me, Gurren Lagann. I'd watch Gurren Lagann again. I'd watch
Oh
Gurren Lagann again.
yeah,
I'd do that. I even thought
yeah.
about Code Geass at one point too.
Oh my gosh, Code yes, I would definitely at least watch season 1, season 2. They only had
That
2
was only 2
seasons.
seasons. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why I thought
Yeah,
there was a
yeah,
third season.
yeah. But I recently I saw I brought up though. I was like I always wonder like what are people's comfort anime? Like you just go back to it and just like
Cause I don't know what
what
like especially with Full Alchemist, like I would rewatch Full Alchemist like
how
in
many
a
times have you
heartbeat.
rewatched Fullmetal Alchemist? Just out
Jesus.
of curiosity.
And you know what's funny? I also like rewatch like the old Full Alchemist as well.
That's crazy. That's wild.
Cause I think like the first film, I know people don't like to acknowledge that
I
after
mean, but okay.
Brotherhood comes
Okay.
out.
Let's put everything in context, right? Right. No, for real.
yeah,
If we're being honest,
yeah,
the first Fullmetal Alchemist is only bad because we finally got Brotherhood, or because
yeah.
we actually read the manga for ourselves. But when the first Fullmetal Alchemist out,
It was very good, and like
we loved it. Like yeah,
I,
like let's be honest.
yeah.
Let's be honest for a second. Like we loved it.
I also like it really went to the like darker like
Yeah,
tones than like Brotherhood and
that's
like the
true.
manga and
Someone
Brotherhood
mentioned
did.
that it's like if you
Especially
look
like
at it, yeah, but
what they
it
did with the
was kind of
homunculus is
big.
so dark. It's so
Yes,
dark what
it's
they did with
very
the
dark. It's
homunculus
very dark. It's very.
compared
I
to
would
like what they are in the original, like the
I would
manga.
even dare say um that the impact from Hughes dying and
Yeah,
Obi changing his daughter into a dog was more
yeah.
impactful than in the first one than it was brother.
Yeah, because I think like what they did like in Brotherhood is just that like they know that you know. So
Oh
like
no, they just fall like Brotherhood follows the manga beat for
if
beat.
they do follow the
Yeah,
manga, but
right,
like how they execute it, in my
right,
opinion, I feel like that
yeah. But that's
there
not
are
that's
some
true.
things that they
I agree.
don't like
Yeah,
that they don't pause on like certain moments that they don't really let really soak in because they're like okay you've seen this before and we're trying to get to
yeah.
the stuff that you did not see.
While
That's how I feel
I think
in some parts.
it could be that too. And like I said, they follow it beat for beat, and those stuff happened sooner than it did for the
Yeah,
original one because the original one had a great amount of filler in between.
especially with me,
So
we actually
we
like
had to
we spent
spend
a
more
lot of time
time.
in
Yeah,
the
we
in
got
like the 2003 for
no for
Malcolm.
real. Yeah, we got to
So
spend a lot more time
that
with
hit, and
Hughes.
that hurt.
Right? We got to spend more time with Hughes than we did. Like
Yeah,
compared to someone who would probably have watched just Brotherhood.
and like we even actually saw like the more fatherly side, like to
Yeah,
like how
yeah.
Hughes actually viewed the
Yeah.
like the brothers. Like we actually saw like that connection too, and how
Bang,
he
bang,
feel,
bang.
and then like that's what made his death so much more impactful. But then
Right,
still like they
right.
still do that that funeral scene in both
And both.
versions. Still sad.
It's a good day for
Why?
reading.
Why are they burying? Why are they burying Daddy?
That's such
Mommy,
a tough
Daddy
scene.
says that he has to.
That's a tough scene.
I will always
And we
cry
got
like
and we
when
got to
I will
see
always cry when I
Mustang.
hear.
so
Alicia.
vulnerable for the first time. It's like,
Yeah.
looks like a good day to free, and it's like,
I
Lord,
know.
Lord, poor Mustang, poor Mustang.
I love him out with so fucking much. It's why that's why it's number
Oh,
one now.
oh man, oh man, but
Spy
I,
Family is also something that I would rewatch again whenever it finished.
I
Because
think
like
I
the
could see,
manga is not
I
done
could see
yet.
myself. I think I could see myself. How many chapters of Spy Family is there?
I think they have like 60 something chapters.
Just 60 something.
Yeah, I think they because like what they do like they don't update every week. They update like every 2 weeks.
Oh, it's a bi-weekly series.
Yeah, it's a
I
bi-weekly.
didn't
So like
realize
they
that.
don't update every week. They update like every 2 or sometimes 3 weeks.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't
that's
realize
why
that.
it's 60 something. That's why I was shocked that's why I was shocked that I got anime because
So,
I was like it still feels so early for it to get anime
so
adaptation. So
is it where it's the chapters are lengthy then? Let me just think. The
because I
chapters are
think the chapters are like how long how much you mean pages? How
Oh
long
my
the
sorry,
chapters?
yeah, I'm saying
Yeah.
chapters. I mean the pages are pretty
How
lengthy.
long was it? It's like it's. I think it's more than 30. It should be more. It's more than 30 at least. Let me check
Okay,
the
no, that
last
makes
time.
sense. Then that makes sense then.
Let me
It could
check
be
the
it could
last
be
time I
it could
read
be
it.
that also their break if the chapters are at that length, they break up the chapters
Yeah,
as well into episodes. So that could be a thing too, to where it's like, yeah, it may still be fairly new, but they still have a
I
good
saw.
amount of content that they can create season because it's seasonal anyway. So it wouldn't be much of an issue.
You think Fizz still have the Red Hood in my library?
I mean, as long as you
It
have it
was
there,
such.
it's going to be there.
It was such a. It was such a good. It had so
Didn't they do
much promise.
something? Didn't they do something with Red Hood? I can't recall.
I think that oh god they did do an announcement. I think Homeboy was doing something. Homeboy like the author was working on something
Something
else or
else or
something.
something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it
I'm
was
like,
that.
dude,
I can't remember what it was. I think it was something like that.
because how
Um,
much pages are you?
I have to catch it. I have to like read through some more of the stuff that's in that Jump series.
Yeah,
Especially because
each page.
stuff is
Yeah, this
probably
is like a 30 page chapter for them.
oh okay. All right, so that's good. That's decent. That's decent. That's pretty decent. That's pretty
I
decent.
miss Red Hood.
Uh, I think you may be. I actually didn't finish it. I think I'll finish it Reddit. I think I'll finish and see how that progressed.
Boy, like you could really tell like when that mode shift, you're
What you mean?
cause because like what they were doing like they were like in the middle of something like they automatically like went straight to the ending because like they got
Oh,
canceled and so
okay.
they like they're because like, they're in the middle like they had their own like what was it not tournament arc not train what you was call it
Training?
is yeah
What is
probably like a
it?
training arc thing
Yeah.
what is it called? It's like almost okay. Their version of the Chonin exams. That's it. They were having their version of that.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
it's like
oh,
it was
oh,
like
oh, oh, oh,
yeah.
oh,
They're having like a witch hunter exam sort
I don't
like
know what you.
yeah.
I guess it's tournament, not tournament slash training, because it's something in
It's
the
like
end. Like you
it's
have the Q
almost
exams, and then you have the
yeah.
and on the X Hunter, and then I guess
Cause
it's
like they had their version of like when they were in the woods and like when they just told the kids go in the woods and kill each other or whatever.
that's what happened. That's what you doing? You doing Hunger Game stuff in Red Hood?
Cause
That's what happened.
like they weren't killing each other. Like what they did is
Get
like
me excited to start to read that tonight.
I can't remember homegirl name. Who was Red Riding Hood?
I can't
Like
remember. I have
I
no
can't
idea.
remember her name, but
So
Red
was it?
Riding
Let me
Hood.
ask this question, right? Let me
Yeah.
ask this question.
Yes.
Were there more fairy tale characters in the series that popped up?
Hmm. Mm, maybe they were, but I just didn't recognize them. Probably there were more grim characters, but no, there weren't any. Like you had like the witch flying on the broomstick. You had her,
So maybe there were.
and then you
Or
had
maybe
the
he,
hunts. You
or
had
maybe
the
he just didn't
huntsman.
get the chance to really get deep into it.
I think there was someone called. I think there was someone called Cinderella. Was it?
Well, that's a good. I mean, the concept is really good.
It's very good
I
because
want the
cause
concept
like
of
what
it.
they were doing, like they had like this sort of like this weird exam where like they like had all the examinees and what they had to do is that they had to get something from the two examiners which was the Red Hood girl, and this other girl who was on, because like they were fighting on a ship. I think they were fighting on this iron ship where all the hunters go to train or something like that. I can't remember. I have to reread it again, but like there's this very thick woman. Like she was so, like, let me tell you, she was like thick, and like she had like
like
pow like up like like
thick,
listen,
like thick.
thick, like
All right,
her and
all right.
her and homegirl from My Hero Academia. What's her name?
Homegirl from my area. Do you mean
Stripes.
Stars and
Stripes.
Stripes?
Stars and Stripes. In thickness, those two could duke it up.
I see. I thought you were gonna say like Miracle.
No, they like, it's like both of them are way thicker than her. Like, and like they have like
Well,
thick
Stars and
muscles,
Stripes ain't thick. Like I'm about to say, she's muscular.
very
I
muscular.
wouldn't say thick. All right, that's what
I
you
mean,
mean.
like,
All
you know,
right,
she have boobs in the ass. She also has
I mean,
boobs
she
in the
does,
ass.
but I think
She's thick in the boobs and she's thick in the
very,
ass.
yeah, but she was very strong in that. So that's
Yeah.
yeah.
But she also has boobs in the ass, which I
True.
to this day it's like
True.
some
Thick
people
thighs.
don't
You
know.
live true. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Horikoshi should have a heart attack when he read. I mean, if he'd see that girl.
Oh, myself. You leave my author alone.
You know, Horikoshi like thick women. We all know he likes thick women.
You leave my author all
He
alone.
likes thick women. I don't know. He has a love-hate relationship because he like to beat them down, but he like his thick women.
Not beat. You know, we're not getting into this today.
We're not getting into it.
We're not getting this today because recently Netflix released another anticipated anime that I admittedly didn't watch yet, but I plan to.
So far
However,
behind.
that's why we have April. Yes. But no, recently Netflix released Vampire
Vampire in the Garden.
Vampire in the Garden. I almost said the Violet Evergarden. No, they sound so similar.
It does. They really
like,
do. They really
they
do.
do have similar names. But
They
yeah,
really
Vampire
do.
in the Garden. Which even though I haven't watched it, I was really looking forward to seeing. I was very interested in seeing what it's about. So April, in the best way that you can, I guess, without giving too much of it away. How did you feel about the anime? It's a very short anime too. It's like 5
It's
episodes.
a very short, and what I do suggest is that everyone, like, if you you watch it in one sitting. It's 5 episodes, but if you watch it in one sitting, it's just like a movie. Because like each episode is like what 20? I think it was 20 minutes.
Like it
Each
was
episode was
intended.
It was 20 minutes, and so if you watch 20, like 20 times 5, 100 and something minute, 120 times 5.
I'm not doing math on the spot. I might as well.
This is why I'm not counting. This is why I'm not counting, folks.
It's not happening. I'm sorry, folks.
I'm not counting. But yes, like if you, it's about an hour. It's about an hour and something minutes. It's an hour and something minutes of. It's over an hour of viewing, so it's basically a movie. But
it was 2 hours. So
yeah, I think it was under 2 hours though, almost 2 hours. But yeah, watch it in one sitting because it's a movie. Basically, it's a movie. I'm calling it a movie, an anime movie. I'm not calling it a anime series.
It's like a limited series for an anime.
It's a movie. It's a movie.
No, I mean because it's obviously it's broken
I know.
like a limited series, but it can play out like a movie. At least
Yeah.
by first glance you would think it's a movie, but it's just 5 episodes. It's like something similar to, I can't recall, where I'd say like, I guess you would say like, it's like kind of like some of Marvel shows, like limited series. Is like it basically everyone play it out like a movie, but it's
That's
like
true.
that.
That's true. Loki sort of played off like that.
Yeah. So why don't you feel? So what's the verdict? What's going on?
I'm trying to remember if I think did I give this a 7 or 8? Because how I feel that the animation is beautiful and gorgeous, and the music is
this, right? Oh wait,
it was it Mappa?
I can't remember whom.
Where is it? Let me go into my
Vampire in the Garden. It was.
Was it? I know it's done by a big. It was by a big name.
It's one of the two. It's definitely one of the two.
Yeah.
That much is for sure. It's definitely.
What did you do? Let me see. Wit. It was done by Wit.
All right, so that's good. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so like and with does pretty good like animation
Yeah,
most of the time.
yeah,
So
man.
it was good. Like
Taco and Vinland Saga. Yeah, there you go.
the two leads, I really love the two leads, but I feel like only the two leads were the ones that had like much depth and character development too. I feel like it fell off with the supporting cast.
That's a very stark contrast to the last thing we watched on Netflix.
I know. I mean,
Red line, no, the main character. Yeah, yeah,
in
yeah,
Bubble
yeah,
everyone sucked. In
yeah,
Bubble
yeah,
everyone
yeah.
lacked depth.
I forgot.
At least
I
in
forgot.
Vampire in the Garden, at least the two leads had depth. Like
All
everyone
right, that's a
else
good start.
just
That's a good
felt
start.
like one dimensional, or like they tried to give us some
Uh,
form of a backstory, but I feel like it was just like a one scene backstory what they gave us. And like there's the mom character.
come
It's
on,
that like
cat.
I feel like she is the one who we should have got like at least a decent backstory on, because she was so against like her daughter, like running off with a vampire, and like she just wanted
So
her to
this is
come
in
back
fact a love
home.
story.
Yeah, like to me, I feel like it was like a Romeo and Juliet.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's like a nice, like, again, a wonderful comparison
So
to Bubble.
I
Bubble who tried to do
questions, right?
it's
Because
quite amazing. Like Bubble
is
that
it where
tried to
no,
do
is it where vampires and humans live?
like they
Is it like Vanitas where vampires, humans know vampires exist, but they still they're about who lives to live.
Oh, it's
I mean, yeah,
worse.
yeah. Okay,
It's
okay.
worse
I just want to check.
because
I want to check.
the humans are trying to like exterminate the vampires.
Uh huh. So
Yeah,
they definitely don't like them.
they definitely don't like them, and like it's so weird, and like it like they also got rid of culture, like all of like the music and artwork and
What do you mean?
poetry and books, like back then, like back in like the medieval times where they burned like all the books, and like like the huge Christian, like
Oh,
when we're in Christianity.
I forgot what his name.
In Christianity,
Uh,
like came and like they
the
just
Crusade.
like
I think
the crusade, there you go, like
yeah,
like in like history, crusade burned all of the like art
yeah,
and literature that did not relate to Christianity. Like
yeah.
that's similar to like what we see like in the beginning scenes of like the world building. They show like humans and vampires, they didn't get along because to start off with a virus. I think was it a virus? I think it was a virus or something. Something got a virus. I think they got a virus, and then like vampires came to be, and then like there was this huge disconnect. Like humans did not like vampires; they were trying to hunt them down, and then similar to Attack on Titan, they lived behind walls, and they had like lights, like these like UV lights or
All
these
right.
weird green chemical lights that would burn vampires. And like vampires, like they have like the typical vampire thing. Oh, we can't go into the sun because we burn and we die. And then like they also like the vampires also have a chemical where they can inject themselves, where they turn into these huge monsters, and they could like be like really
Interesting.
OP and
So was all of
scary
this
and
like
whatever.
an interesting watch?
It was
Was
an
it
interesting watch. I really did enjoy it. I just wish because they mainly focus on the relationship of the
main
two
character?
leads.
All right.
I know. I just love them so much. It's such a nice love story what they had going on, and then because like, we all know how Romeo and Juliet end, but like it ended similar to that. But I don't want to spoil. But like
Yeah, no, no,
like
no.
there's a little twist to how that ended.
That's how it goes on. All right.
That's
But
so beautiful.
so
I love it. But then again, side
hmm,
characters I did not like. But like the world, I really like how the world building was. It's just
hmm.
like you start off
This is
from
good for just 5 episodes.
yeah, it's very good for five,
Yeah,
especially
for you
for
to say
world
that.
building.
Yeah, yeah, for you to say that that's pretty
Because
good for
that's
5.
it's like like the two leads and the world building is what I really like, because like you see like even when they like it's also like a Romeo and Juliet with a road trip going on too, because they keep traveling from place to place because they want to find a place where humans and vampires live together in harmony and like in peace.
The
Because like
two main.
yeah, because like they love each other, because like
All
one of
right.
them is a human and the next one is a vampire, and they love each other, and they're trying to find a place where they can like
Oh,
live and be happy. And then the first place that we see is the girl's home, town, like, it's like strict, we're gonna kill vampires on sight type of shit. And then you have
Just
like,
with all the smoke, no vampires
yeah,
allowed.
and then you have like the vampire like
Alright,
community, like also the same way, like, shoot fucking humans on sight.
whoa.
But then
Dang. All right.
and then like, you also see like sometimes it's also the vampires or some like
Oh
there are
wait,
some
the
because like
vampires are shooting. Hold on, I skipped it. The
no,
vampires
it's like,
are
I
shooting.
mean, that's because like,
All right,
well, I
all
use the
right. I'm like,
expression shoot on sight, but like,
whoa,
they mean kill
whoa.
on sight because
All
they
right, all right.
also hate humans because they blame
Yeah.
the humans for hunting them down. And because like you actually see like sometimes the vampires are the victims, not all the time. I mean, because humans are always man is
I mean,
always
anywhere
the
humans
bad
go,
guy in these
they're
type of
gonna, yeah, they're
situations.
gonna bring chaos anywhere humans go. They can't.
And
They,
then
they just can't help themselves.
yeah, and then like they travel to this place where you see that humans and vampires they live like there's a river between them, but like they don't kill each other because like humans are like we'll give you blood if you give us money, so like they have that type of relationship. But then they're like, ooh, y'all can't cross over. Y'all can't cross over the bridge, but like we'll still like make business with you. So they have like that type of relationship going on, and then they move on to another place where it seems like humans and vampires are living together, but like how things end that way. But I just like how in each different place that they like went to is like a different view on how like society lives, like the two societies
All right,
live with
cool.
each other. It's very good. I'm sorry I rambled a lot.
I think no. I think I'll definitely listen. I
Yeah,
mean,
because
what?
that's the only good thing about it was the two main leads, their story and their relationship,
Wait,
and the world.
so the story wasn't good. Like the plot itself was not
The
that
plot
interesting.
was the plot was okay. It still felt like that they were
But would you
moving.
recommend it to people if like you had the
I
option?
would, I
Okay,
would,
all right.
I would, because like it's like
That's
it
interesting.
has some decent action, but then at the end of the day, the real gem
Uh-huh.
of this is the two characters and like how their relationship like blossomed, and how their love for each other, and how they're just trying like their struggle of trying to find a place. It's just so sweet and sad because they're just trying to find a place where they could be together without.
Gotta love a good romance.
I know it's a very good again, the side characters, I was like, y'all could have done some more, especially with the mom.
I guess.
You expect
I
the
guess.
mom,
I guess the sacrifice was hard to
the
do.
mom,
It was
the
either
mom of all people.
the side characters or the world building, and I chose the world building.
They chose. Like,
That's what
I
that's
just
at least that's what I feel from the outside looking in.
cause
Just hearing
like
you talk about it, I feel like that's might just been
cause like the only
just might have been the case.
I kid you not, the only backstory that these side characters have was like a
I
scene,
mean,
a scene,
in 5 episodes,
scene.
like how much like you really trying to find out what the
I
backstory of
feel like
the
I
side
don't know.
characters,
I don't mean
or
like
you just need them to get to like okay, these the main characters will call up what y'all doing. Let's figure
I
out this
mean,
scenario.
I don't mean that you
We
need
ain't
to
got
go
time for
into.
all that.
I don't mean that you have to
I
dig
might not
into
even like the
holes.
side characters. So I might even care to know his backstory. Like I don't want to know Gertrude.
I mean,
Had this
I'm
sad
not
past.
saying
She was abandoned by her parents and yada yada left on the
just dig a hole. Just dig a hole that's deep enough for me at least tripping. Let me at least trip in it. Let me at least
Let me
trip
just
in it.
tripping it. My God. All right, I'm gonna check him out right now.
But yeah, I think
Yeah,
I gave it. What did I give this? I think I gave
it,
this a
it still
7.
sounds like something I definitely like. It's something that
It's still
you know.
good.
Uh,
I think I gave this a 7.
what you
I'm
get.
not sure. What
That's
did
fine.
I rate you? What
That's
the
fine.
hell did I rate you? What did I rate you?
That's
Oh,
excellent.
I rated it an 8. Wow. I think I'm gonna
That's
change that.
mm, you know what you wanted in your heart.
I guess
That's
it's a
hey,
wow.
you know in your heart what it was. You know in your heart what it was.
I must have really loved that
Now,
relationship. Wow.
uh the sex segment I'll pre-warn by saying I am behind on anime. Yes, I am
Ah.
behind on a lot of stuff. But you know what I ain't behind on? Oh, actually, and this week's episode,
Oh, we're not. No one's
this
behind
week's
on that.
episode, no, but real, this week's episode confirmed to me why I've been calling this my haiku until haiku comes back.
I
This is
know
beautifully
it is the
almost like
haiku. It's like the haiku that we need
yeah,
at the moment.
like Ow
The
in an
haiku of feet.
Yeah, I said haiku. That sounds so strange.
I
And
know.
because of the community we're in, I feel like you need to
I
calm
know.
that down.
I
But
retract that statement.
but Ao and Hinata like are very similar persons in the terms that they have this very tunnel vision outlook and like
Yeah.
instinctiveness and athleticism, but they suck. And they
Yeah.
need people to tell them that you suck.
Boy, they tear that into
You
out.
need to get
They're
sucked.
like, dude,
You need to get better.
do you know what's going on? I feel like, oh boy, like the short hair guy.
Mind you, in
Like,
the chat, y'all made it sound worse than it actually
he's
was.
always so
They didn't.
shady.
Yeah, they made it sound worse than it actually was. But it was a lot of like, yo, you should have known what was happening on the court. Okay, you know what?
Yeah.
We can do this. You figure out whatever it is you're trying to do over there.
I
And
know.
keep going. Because ultimately, the difference level between the ones that made it to the tryout and the ones that were already on the junior U team were very showing. It was great because
Yeah.
none of them knew it was like what was like truly what was happening, or they had a hard time trying to keep up. So, but no, I love it. I love it. I can see that like this is definitely it. It's definitely going to be something to whereas I'm going to like the characters, the main character too, as well, especially uh, the team itself when they get more so into the team building
Yeah.
aspect. We're still forming the team a
Yeah.
lot, but no, our actually is definitely my IQ.
There
Their
it
IQ
is.
is bad, and I can need more people to watch this. I need more people to get on this. I can need more people to
They do.
get.
I'm surprised that no. I mean, again, like it did. Like I did. I think it did start late. Did it start late
No,
in the
I think it
season?
started pretty like on the beat with a lot of
Okay.
stuff.
I'm getting that
Yeah.
confused with summertime render.
Yeah, summertime. But then the thing with summertime learning, because I need more people to watch that too. I need to catch up on that. I have
You
the
do.
episodes. I just need to watch them. But and because you gotta find it. It's not on. Like I said, it's on. It's locked behind Disney Plus, and I don't even
Oh
know
Lord.
the funny
Disney
thing
Plus
about
Japan.
that.
I didn't even
I don't
try
even think it's
searching on
coming to the
Disney Plus.
US. That's the funny thing about it. I don't even feel like it. Maybe it's just on Disney Plus, but in
It's just
Japan.
Disney Plus is such a weird place. I just did not expect it to have
Listen, if
anime.
you actually
I
look
don't.
up the animes that are on Disney Plus, you will be shocked.
I need to really
I'm
do a good
like,
search of. I need to do a good search
you
of
will be
Disney Plus.
shocked because you will ask yourself the very same question: why is this here?
I don't.
Like, why is what?
It's just
Why is
so
Disney Plus?
weird.
Why is Disney Plus
I
having this?
can't picture Disney Plus having anime
Which
though. I can't.
reaffirms to me, Japanese people, I love you, but you're weird
And then
sometimes.
summertime render of all
Yeah.
animes to go on Disney
No, because
Plus.
my eyes, bro, this is
Summertime render.
my eyes were wide watching some of that. I was like, yo, this what this about? Why didn't I watch this one?
This is like the new generation version of Higurashi. Sort of.
Kind of.
Kind of.
I can see it. I can see where you're
You
coming
could
from.
see it. Like
I
you
can
could see the similarities and like, it almost has the same feel.
It does. It does. It does. Yeah,
And it kind of
it
branches
has
off on its own
it
thing,
has
but
Stein Gates. It has some of what was the time traveling anime before Tokyo Revengers?
um
Trying to recall.
what was it?
I can't recall. I can't remember. But it was
Oh,
one.
erased. There we go.
Thank you. Even way to go. It's erased.
Back
It
of
hasn't been.
my head.
You find your brain trying to remember with the name. You find your brain trying to remember the name of anime. That's
Yes.
I've heard about
Lord.
brain freeze. I've never heard people frying their brain trying to recall the name. That's
You ain't hear how I said the you ain't hear
Oh
how I
yeah, like
said it, right?
that was the gear stuttering and like trying to get it out. It's like that. You then
Erased.
erase. Like, I understand, but no, erase. And that's all I do. And I really like it. I really like it. I like it a lot. So, but I gotta do a lot of catch up. But yeah, I'll actually, yeah, watch our
Watch
watch
it. If you
it's
could watch one sports anime, just watch
watch
it.
that.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Watch that. But yeah, I'm behind a lot of stuff. I have to catch up. I have to play catch up this week, so I don't know what's going on. I only know what's going on with Spy Family because I can't avoid not seeing Spy Family. It is what it is.
Oh
I can't
man.
avoid it. But everything else is pretty decent. It's like okay, cool.
It
I
just
can help you not
brings
see it without.
and
I know.
Komi's son is doing very well.
Believe it or not, I haven't started the season yet. So I'll probably go on Netflix and watch up until they stop, and then I just go. Shame.
We get some progress. We get some progress in the relationship, dude.
No. Don't tell me. Like fine. Don't tell me. Like fine. But yes, I gotta get
There's a
captured.
sick episode.
Ooh,
You
yes.
know what happens when there's a sick episode
Oh yes.
in these type of
Oh,
animes.
the six. You're right. I gotta catch up. I heard a couple of cuckoos was really good this week too.
Yes, it was very good. Like, I am still surprised that I'm loving. Because let me tell you, because you guys knew, I was
Oh
gonna
yeah.
drop Cuckoos. I
You
wasn't
weren't
gonna
even
what.
gonna start it. Not even
I wasn't
drop it.
even
You weren't
gonna
gonna start
start it. I
it.
wasn't even gonna start
There you go.
Cuckoos.
You
I
couple
thought
of
it was gonna be a
cuckoos.
spicy. I thought it was gonna be a spicy
Yeah.
trash anime, and I was wrong.
A
I
couple of
mean,
cuckoos.
some parts of it, some parts are still
It
spicy trash. But
has, yeah, but it's still to where it's a
Hero,
really love. I would say love square.
yeah, he's doing a
Yeah,
weird square,
love
a
square
little weird square
anime
because,
that's going
cause,
on
cause you
that I
know
like
he's
because
not my Onichan.
but I like love triangle because I ain't about to be into that.
I
This
know, cause
my
like
sister. This
as
really
soon
is
as
my
she
sister.
say,
I like, yeah, whatever.
as soon
So,
as she look up, she's like, so Onichan
so
isn't
what?
my
In my
Onichan. I was
brother.
like,
The,
say
the
we didn't
game
meet
can
that,
go into motion. Yes.
but
I'll
hero,
never get Duke's reaction is like, okay, this the one.
this one, this one.
That's what she had to see. It was like, my brother is not asked my brother. That's not me this season.
Oh, who was making ribs? Who this is?
Who make it? What? Who doing what?
One of our. But like, give
What?
us some of those ribs.
I don't want to.
What's your name? Weird. I'm just gonna call you Weird. I can't pronounce the rest of your
Weirdoism.
name.
Weirdoism.
But like, listen, you need to send some ribs our way, bro.
You always
Send
on the
some
party. You
ribs.
always on the party hungry. That's the thing. That's
Send
consistent.
some ribs our way.
Consistency.
Listen, you don't come on our pod and say you making
Why you
ribs
getting
and
so
then don't
feral
send
on the
ribs.
pod? Because someone mentioned ribs, like you really turning in a whole rabbit animal just now. Like ribs.
Listen,
Oh
some
God.
like especially that barbecue sauce on point.
All right, see, I ain't eat yet, so we ain't gonna do all this. But no, yeah. Before we wrap
Oh,
this up, yes. What?
Javon, you know where this person lives, so you could get us some ribs.
Do I? That could be a serial killer for all you know. Trying
Okay,
to
well, you know
trying to raise.
we're gonna meet in a public place where you could give us these ribs.
The ribs may be gone though. Maybe cool. You may not want the ribs no more.
Yeah.
See, you gotta think about these things. Gotta think about these things. Gotta think about these things.
What? Who was here on Monday? Javon was here on Monday. Javon, baby, what you doing?
Oh, that's definitely a serial killer then.
Javon, what you was doing on Monday?
That's definitely a serial killer then. That's definitely a serial killer. Before you
Oh
wrap this,
God, I got
yeah,
distracted. What the hell were we talking
couple of
about?
cuckoos.
Oh yeah, Hero is the star of the show. I'm telling you that now.
He,
Hero, the
oh
purple hair
yes.
girl.
Come on now. I could have sensed
Listen,
that from.
purple hair. Listen,
I could have sensed that before.
if she don't win in the end, if she don't win, I'll be mad.
I don't know. I don't know. If I'm firmly on. I don't know whose train I'm firmly on yet.
I'm a full
She's
supporter of
in the
Hero.
lead. She's in the
The
lead.
minute that Hero came on
I don't
screen,
know.
she stole it. She
No, that's
stole
what I'm
it. She
saying.
stole it.
Absolutely. She's definitely in the lead. But I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if I want to plant both foot firmly in the ground yet.
Who
And
else could carry her spoiled butt somewhere else?
I mean, yeah, she is spoiled, but I like her though. Like she's funny. She's hilarious.
Yeah, she's fine.
I
She's
like it.
fine.
She's not.
And
Yeah,
then
she's
I don't
in the
know why
process.
I don't know why sister trying to get into that. She you know she can't lose.
Again, there's no way. There's no possible way for me to see. I feel it's. This is my theory. I think it's going to be where she's going to take every attempt to get him to see her as more than just my sister, and it's not going to work.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. That's how I see
Feel
that
like
portion playing out.
it's gonna be like we're gonna have a moment because like I know the as charming as this anime is, it's gonna have some spicy trash in there. I know. there's gonna be a scene where she's gonna probably like, truly show him her intentions, and then he's gonna be like, oh no, it's not like that, I only love you as a brother and as a sister. And then run off and she's gonna run off and cry and be depressed about it. And then he's the one who can feel bad, and he's gonna try and comfort, and then they're gonna have this, then like it's gonna be the brother and sister relationship again.
Pretty
You
much.
know how this is.
Pretty much. Pretty much. It's going to be a realization. It's going to
You
be.
know how this goes.
It is what it is. It what it is. But yeah, those and blah. But I still can't believe I'm watching the Idol anime and loving it.
I know. Here
Even though I
is
haven't watched
one
it,
show.
even though I haven't watched the last episode, I actually found myself saying,
They
"Can I
have a
listen?
rival.
I listen
There's
to
a
it."
rival, right? A rival
Rival?
has show. But like, yeah,
How are you doing that? But like, I found myself because I listen to
just
K-pop, right? I
falling
found
off
myself
it.
watching this, like, you know what? Just thinking about the show is like, I really like this show.
Yeah,
I really like this show. Like,
it's
this
a
is a really
very
good
good.
show.
It's very good. It's very good. The characters
It's
are
entertaining.
very likable.
The characters and the main girl make the show.
Yeah.
Exactly what it is, 100%. But 100%.
Because I
But
think
yeah,
I put that in my top 3 on Twitter. I think I put that in my top 3.
I saw some other people too.
It's like,
I saw
good.
someone even had Birdie Wing in their top. I was like, oh god,
Listen. Birdie Wing is slowly turning into what I predicted.
what's that? What did you predict?
Remember, I said that someone's going to get shot on the golf course. It hasn't happened yet, but it's getting there.
I don't know. I mean, there's a whole underground syndicate.
Listen, this girl, you
possibilities of
remember.
that.
I don't know how far you are ahead in Birdie Wing, but like, the Viper girl.
Yeah.
So because she lost
Uh-huh.
that match, you think people came to her apartment to kill her with guns, and she had to jump out the window and run for her life because she lost the match.
Oh well, that don't surprise me. No, for real, that don't surprise me.
A car even got there was a car that got exploded, got blown up.
We go back
like
to the episode. She was golfing for literally an underground mob boss.
I know.
Boss. So it's like,
I tell you, someone gets
shot. So it's like, you lost me this match, and this
you lost me some money
and money, right? So somebody gotta pay. So I ain't shot. That's why I said. Because there's an underground syndicate that goes for money for some odd reason.
It's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous, and I laugh at it for the wrong reasons, because I just cannot wait. How this man's like, oh, how far are you going to go today? But this episode is like, how far are you going to go today? Oh, homegirl gets shoot out in her apartment. Oh, car get the scene like that was my episode, and the car gets blown up on the road. I'm just waiting. And oh shoot, last week's episode.
For what? Birdie Wing?
Yes.
I don't think I watched last week's episode.
An arm was lost. I mean, like it wasn't a real arm though,
okay,
but
I kind of know.
it's so hilarious though, because like homegirl did this strong swing, all of a sudden you just heard like a crack, and she was like, ah!
Oh, I thought like she just dislocated her shoulder.
I thought no, like, and then you just see the whole like she had a bionic arm, or like a not bionic arm, but like she had something similar, a prosthetic, and that arm just break off.
I gotta watch that
because her swing was so strong that it broke her arm, and no one.
I gotta watch. I gotta watch. I gotta see this.
Because at first I thought it was her back, because throughout the match you kept because at first throughout the match you kept hearing something crack or every time she was saying she would stop and when you hurt your back and then you do a sudden movement and you suddenly freeze, she was doing that, and so I thought and then when you heard the loud crack I was like we finally break our back. And no, it was just an arm. I was like, okay. But then again, we are getting close to someone getting shoot on the golf course, folks.
I mean, we ain't getting close to it. It almost happened. Not on the golf course, but I don't know why.
I tell y'all now, when someone gets shoot, like I'll be like, listen, I'll be just like Omar when he had the news about Hunter x Hunter.
No,
I'll be to the moon.
You're not comparing someone getting shot
To the moon.
doing Hunter x Hunter being announced. You need to
To
stop.
the moon.
Stop. You know what? But that right
That
there.
would make my day.
Ending this part right there. Like ending this part.
Let Eve get shoot on this field.
All right, everybody.
Let sniper shoot and then you just see the bullet go through, like the standard, like they do the red background, like the whole scene turn red and you see the black silhouette and then you see the bullet go through.
I'm looking
they could do it. Shame right now. Birdie Wing, don't let me down.
With absolute shame in my heart right now. and other
blame Birdie Wing. Birdie Wing, like I was like, I was gonna drop Birdie Wing, but then I was like, wait, that's too ridiculous to drop.
Shaking my head.
Almost similar to the triangle people, the triangle window.
The what?
The triangle window people, like the soul fuckers. Oh.
All right, everybody. That's been the topic, right? This podcast. I don't know what we're talking about right now. Thank you, everyone that's listening.
Thank you. Who's listening? I really hope no one from work to see this.
I hope everybody from your work has seen this podcast.
As long as my boss not seeing it.
I hope he's the main one. Thank you guys for watching and listening for another week. When you're hearing this, I know this is probably going to be out
under the Twilight window. Is that it?
It is under the Twilight window.
There we go.
A bit later. By the time you're listening, this is going to be out a bit later.
Listen, they actually
we had some technicalities, some issues that came up, so we recorded a bit later. But we did it. We thank you guys for sticking with us, man. So definitely join us again next week for another beautiful episode. And don't remember to follow us on our Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok.
Woo!
Solid page on YouTube, and check us and come hang out with us in Discord, man. Come talk some anime, come talk some junk.
Yes, if you need fan fiction recommendations.
Let April peddle some hentai to you. Just come on in. There you go. There you will get hentai. You will 100%. I'm not even joking. You will 100%.
Just don't ask for vanilla because I don't watch vanilla hentai.
And I should tell you everything you need to know. So until next time, guys. This has been the Otaku Summit, and we are out. Poof!